Now we can finally admit that Hunter Biden's laptop is not Russian disinformation, and saying that does not make you a tool of Putin. So now that we admit that, the new line from The Atlantic and CNN is that the laptop doesn't really matter anyway, nothing to see here. But thankfully, there's still some serious journalists looking into the Biden family's overseas influence peddling operations. CBS News' Catherine Herridge is one of them. She's just reported that American banks flagged more than 150 financial transactions involving Hunter or James Biden, who is the president's brother. Some of those transactions were large wire transfers. Watch.
CBS News has learned that more than 150 transactions involving either Hunter or James Biden's global business affairs were flagged as concerning by U.S. banks for further review. Some of those concerns included large wire transfers. This week, Grassley released bank records indicating James Biden's company, the Lionhall Group, was paid directly by a Chinese-financed consulting firm. This 2019 subpoena, verified by CBS News, shows federal investigators also sought Hunter and James Biden's business records from a major U.S. bank dating back to 2014 as part of a separate probe by the U.S. Attorney in Delaware into possible violations of tax and foreign lobbying laws.
So we know that there is, or at least was, a Department of Justice investigation into the Biden family's foreign business operations. They have not publicly commented on its status. Merrick Garland has refused to appoint a special counsel. Needless to say, it's not for a lack of evidence. In October of 2020, we spoke to one of Hunter Biden's business associates, a man called Tony Bobulinski. Bobulinski told us that Joe Biden was directly involved in Hunter Biden's overseas business deals. He met with Joe Biden to talk about those deals. Bobulinski also told us that Joe Biden's brother knew the arrangement was wrong.
I'm thinking about the Biden family, like, how are they doing this? I know Joe decided not to run in 2016, but what if he ran in the future? Aren't they taking political risk or headline risk? And I remember looking at Jim Biden and saying, how are you guys getting away with this? Like, aren't you concerned? And he looked at me and he laughed a little bit and said, plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability. Yeah, that works for a while. It got him through the election. Big tech censored the laptop, and nobody in the press corps covered the story. But now, more than a year later, that is finally changing. The question is why? Clearly, the long knives are out for Joe Biden from within the Democratic Party. Why are they doing this? And what's the plan? If Biden is taken out, who replaces him? What does that mean? Remember, some of us were excited to see the governor of New York deposed, and then he was replaced by someone even worse. So remember, that's possible too. So after Elon Musk bought Twitter, or almost 10% of it, this show made a prediction. It will not be long before the usual suspects start accusing Elon Musk of racism. He's in their way, therefore he must be a white supremacist. Didn't take long. Those attacks have already started. We'll show you straight ahead.